Hello everyone, welcome to Myth and Magic and our segment Fire and Legends, where we are discussing dragons. If you didn't know, I am Lore, and here we are exploring the fantastical mythology, legends, pantheons, and right now we are discussing dragons. What are we talking about today? This creature, until I started doing this research, I had never heard of. At least not the actual name for it. I'd seen it in movies and animations and things like that. But we are talking about the Amphiptere. Now, you might not have heard of the Amphiptere in mainstream fantasy, like myself, but this winged serpent has a rich, mystical history that stretches across cultures and time periods. Today, we'll uncover what makes this creature so unique, explore its physical traits, and trace its presence in both ancient and modern mythologies. Sit back, relax, drink your drinky drink. I don't know, put on some cozy socks. I wish I had some on. It is summer, it is hot, but the AC is making my feet cold. I should grab some fuzzy socks. Oh well. We're running on caffeine, baby! And I already had my Creo this morning, and I'm trying to be really good about not drinking it all day. So, prepare to meet a creature that combines the elegance of a serpent with the power of the sky. What exactly is an Amphiptere? Let's start with the basics. Unlike your traditional four-legged dragons, the Amphiptere has a serpentine body. Think long, sleek, and sinuous, resembling a snake. But what sets it apart is its wings. Yes, it has wings. Large, bat-like wings sprout from its sides, giving it the ability to glide or soar through the air. There's something almost otherworldly about this creature, as it seems to straddle the divide between earth and sky. A little different than your Western dragon or your wyvern. It's important to note that the Amphipteres aren't known for breathing fire like traditional Western dragons. Instead, they have a different kind of danger. Many myths describe them as venomous, much like the wyvern, capable of delivering a deadly bite. So it's from their teeth, not their tail. Again, like the wyvern, venomous tail. Maybe teeth, but the Amphiptere, venomous teeth. But despite their lethal potential, they often possess a more mystical or elusive nature. Rather than simply attacking, they appear as symbols of hidden knowledge or guardians of ancient secrets. Ideas. For my current book, there is a god, Lunas, far side of the moon, who's all about keeping secrets, and one of my main characters is a worshiper. This could be fun. Let's talk about the physical traits and abilities of this fascinating creature. Imagine the serpent with grace and power of a bird. The serpentine body, as I mentioned, is snake-like in appearance. Its body is long and slender, covered in smooth scales. The flexibility of its body gives it a fluidity of motion, whether it's slithering across the ground or twisting through the air. The wings. These aren't just small, decorative appendages. They're large, bat-like wings that allow the Amphiptere to glide gracefully through the skies. Whether it's hunting, evading enemies, or navigating its domain, these wings make the Amphiptere an agile and elusive creature. In some legends, the Amphiptere is said to possess a venomous bite, which we mentioned before, capable of causing serious harm or even death. But here's the interesting part. The venom isn't always seen as just a weapon. It's often associated with hidden dangers. The idea that the Amphiptere guards something or someone. Ideas! And if you're unworthy or careless, it will deliver a fatal dose of its venom. Amphipteres aren't creatures you can easily catch or track. They're often described, again, as elusive or even magical, able to vanish or disappear without leaving a trace. They move quickly, and when they want to hide, they can. This adds to their sense of mystery and power. This is more and more fitting in with my world building. Now let's get into the name itself. Of course, we're going to talk about the etymology. The word Amphiptere comes from the Greek words amphi, meaning on both sides, and pteron. Yeah, there's a P in the spelling that is pronounced pteron, meaning wing. So essentially it translates to winged on both sides, which is a fitting name for a creature that combines the elegance of a serpent with the ability to take flight. Say hello. Hello, my sweet. You look so grumpy. Hello. Are you going to talk about the Amphiptere with us? All right, we'll let him sit. While the term Amphiptere wasn't widely used until medieval Europe, the creature itself has ancient roots. Its design was influenced by earlier winged serpents from Greek and Roman mythology, where similar creatures like the Hydra, a many-headed serpent, which we will be talking about. I think that might actually be our last one. We're going to be doing 7 of these instead of the 6 I thought we were going to do. And the Ladon, the serpent guarding the golden apples in the garden of Hesperides were featured. But it wasn't just the Greeks and Romans who had winged serpents. The idea of flying venomous serpents appears in various cultures worldwide, suggesting that this archetype had universal appeal and meaning. Bye, kitty. Now, let's explore the mythological significance of the Amphiptere in different cultures. While it may not be as prominent as dragons or hydras, it still plays an important role in mythology. In Greek mythology, the serpent of Laocoon is one of the most famous Greek myths. A Trojan priest warns the Trojans against bringing the wooden horse in the city. If you don't know or don't remember, the Greeks built this big horse, giant horse, as a kind of a white flag, gift to the Trojans. And, well, this doesn't work out for anybody except for the Greeks. As punishment, 2 serpents, possibly resembling the Amphiptere, emerge from the sea, coiling around Laocoon and his sons. This story illustrates the Amphiptere's association with both divine retribution and mysterious forces. So, this guy says, don't let that horse in. And the Amphiptere, obviously on the side of the Greeks, punish him. And the horse was let in regardless. So, and if you don't know what happens, the Trojans lose the war because of this. Because Greeks were hiding inside that horse. And they took everybody by night, and it was chaos and death. In Mesoamerican mythology, we have, I think I've been saying this word wrong my whole life, because now I have the pronunciation right here. And we're going to be talking about the Quetzalcoatl. So, though not strictly an Amphiptere, the Quetzalcoatl is a feathered serpent god from Mesoamerican cultures, and it shares many traits. The Quetzalcoatl, I'm sorry if I am butchering that word. I'm trying so hard. I'm looking at the pronunciation guide every time I say it. Wow. It's depicted as a winged serpent associated with wisdom, life, and creation. This connection between wings, serpents, and knowledge is also a recurring theme in Amphiptere lore. In Chinese and Japanese myths, we have the idea of serpents with divine wings also showing up, while the lung, which is the Chinese dragon, is typically depicted with legs. There are serpentine versions that display wings, again blurring the lines between dragons and winged serpents. Let's now look at how the Amphiptere has been represented in art and heraldry. Though not as frequently seen as other dragon types, the Amphiptere's unique appearance made it a fascinating subject for medieval artists and nobles. In heraldry, the Amphiptere was sometimes used to symbolize protection, mysticism, and power. It appeared in the crests of families, particularly in regions influenced by Celtic or Norse traditions, where serpents were symbolic of the earth and wings suggested a divine connection. In art, the Amphiptere has occasionally appeared in medieval manuscripts or Gothic art, where it was depicted alongside other legendary creatures like dragons, griffins, or hydras. These illustrations were often rich in detail, emphasizing the creature's mythical and elusive qualities. Where does the Amphiptere fit into modern fantasy? While you won't find many amphipteres taking center stage in today's popular fantasy, the creature still appears in various forms. In Dungeons & Dragons, the Amphiptere makes occasional appearances as a flying, venomous guardian. It's a creature that challenges adventurers, often as a protector of treasures or hidden knowledge. In D&D, it's not just about brute force. These creatures represent obstacles that require intelligence and skill to overcome. Ideas. In literature, the Amphiptere's mysterious and serpentine nature makes it perfect for authors who want to break away from traditional fire-breathing dragons. Whether serving as a symbol of ancient wisdom or a deadly foe, the Amphiptere adds an element of danger and mystique. And I think by now I have figured out where I'm going to put one in my current book that I am so close. I just hired an editor. Sorry, I'm really excited. This happened just the other day. I am now on the hunt for a cover artist and trying to find a way to incur more money for marketing. So that's where I'm at. And obviously the Amphiptere will not be appearing in book 1, but I know exactly what to do with it in future books. I'm really excited about it now. So I'm glad we're going over this. It has helped. I breezed right through these things while I was taking my notes and doing my research, and now that I'm really sitting here and going through it, my juices are flowing, which is the whole point of these series. So I hope that if you are a creative, that these are working for you too. The Amphiptere is far more than just a physical creature. It embodies several important themes and symbols. Like the serpent, the Amphiptere symbolizes hidden knowledge, often forbidden or ancient wisdom. It's not a creature that's easily understood, and that's part of its appeal. With its serpentine body and wings, the Amphiptere represents a balance between the grounded, earthly realm and the celestial divine world. It can transcend both spaces, symbolizing the connection between them. The Amphiptere is also associated with transformation. It moves through the air, constantly shifting and adapting, reminding us of the fluid nature of life and the unknown. From ancient legends to modern fantasy, the Amphiptere continues to captivate our imaginations. It may not have the same widespread recognition as some of its dragon counterparts, but its graceful, mysterious nature makes it a creature worthy of admiration. Whether it's flying through the skies or guarding hidden knowledge, the Amphiptere is a symbol of the unknown, reminding us to embrace the mysteries of the world. Where can you see the Amphiptere in pop culture? It's actually more present than you would think. In Digimon, if you are a 90s kid, then you might remember this creature. Airdramon is modeled after the Amphiptere, serpentine body, feathered wings, and all. Godzilla vs. Kong, recently in the 2021 film, the warbats that Kong battles in the Hollow Earth are Amphiptere-like creatures, winged serpents, and menacing, which goes to show that these are kind of neutral creatures, right? So you have this kind of balance between the divine and the world. And so this could be more of an omniscient sort of creature where they're neutral and they are there for a purpose. And you need to be clever to gain their permission to work around them to get to what you want that they may be protecting. In Godzilla versus Kong, this is more loosey-goosey if you've not seen it. We also have Wormspan, which is a board game. This dragon-themed card game includes several playable dragon cards classified as amphipteres. In books and art, we have the Dragonology series, where amphipteres are featured as a distinct dragon species, often linked to myths like Quetzalcoatl. I tried. Okay, that's just a hard word for me. There's also Dracopedia. This guide to drawing dragons includes amphipteres, which are there among its diverse dragon types. So if you want to go learn how to draw dragons, check out Dracopedia. And of course, we talked about heraldry, where they were often used as symbols for nobility or guardianship, and were typically shown with feathered wings and serpentine bodies, sometimes coiled around spears or crests. They also share symbolic DNA with creatures like, again, Quetzalcoatl, and the Egyptian Uraeus. I think I said that right. Though those aren't typically amphipteres, they echo the same winged serpent archetype. Amphipteres are often used to represent swiftness, justice, and protection. So maybe more on the good side than neutral, but it depends on what function they have in your world and your creation. And their hybrid nature makes them perfect for stories about transformation, duality, and being an obstacle that isn't about violence. That's it. Thank you for joining me today on our journey through the myths and legends of dragons. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, like, and let me know what you think about the amphiptere. I think it's pretty fascinating, pretty cool, and if you are looking for it in pop culture, it will eventually appear in the Cerberus Rex series by yours truly, Lore Wiseman. So that's going to be there eventually, but not for a while because I've already written several of the books and we haven't gotten to the point where a amphiptere will appear. So if you're impatient, oh well, I guess not. But that's it for today. Be kind, be beautiful, also be safe. Yeah, be the light in our world. I hope you're having fun and enjoying this series about dragons. There's more than just the ones that we're used to, and it's been a lot of fun talking about them. I've already got ideas using these guys. Got the Drake, who's going to be a BBEG or some kind of formidable, more than just a powerful but not a big deal obstacle individual. I might not make him a bad guy. He might be a good guy. Maybe it's a test. I don't know. Ideas. And then, of course, the Drake with its power over the elements and nature. And then the worm. Of course. I'll find a place for it someday. And then the amphiptere. I'm excited. I'm excited to create stories. I hope that if you are a creator, that you are finding inspiration. And remember, use these as a base, a jumping off point, make it your own, and have fun. Let me know if you are writing anything, doing art of anything. Let me know if this is inspiring you in any way. And if not, just which dragon is your favorite so far? Mine is still the worm. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.